Alrighty, now we can talk about the jack shaft, I guess. You can purchase whole jack shaft kits, and then usually have to customize them to your specifications. But we're gonna assemble one for our situation. Years ago, I took a Craftsman riding lawnmower transmission apart, the ends of it, something broke inside of it, and took these axle shafts out. They had the keyway for a wheel, and then also the ring on the end. You could pop a lock ring on. So I used them for making a homemade rear axle for one of my first go-karts. And it was belt drive. So basically this homemade axle was 2 axle shafts out of a Craftsman lawnmower, 2 pieces of pipe that fit over it nice and snugly, and 2 pulleys. One had an arbor and a keyway that I could use on the axle shaft, and a set screw. And then I needed a bigger pulley because I tried this one and the cart wouldn't move, so I drilled a couple of holes in it, as you can see. And this is a pulley off of the same Craftsman lawnmower. I drilled the center of it out and bolted it to this other pulley to make this a bigger pulley. So then I sleeved the 2 axle pieces together with the piece of pipe. Just put a bolt through it, and then on this end I put a slid over a piece of pipe. So that way when I mounted them on the cart, they would act like shims. And I would just have the right amount of area for a tire, or a rim and wheel, a washer or 2 maybe, and then put on the lock ring on the end. And I'd do the same thing here. The pillow block bearing would slide over. There would be just enough room for a tire or a rim, wheel, whatever, a washer or 2, and then our lock ring. And each end, like I said, had the keyway. So basically it was a homemade rear axle. The only problem is, by having a bearing here and a bearing here, and then putting pressure in the middle, or close to the middle, on the pulley here, you can see the axle bow when you engage the clutch belt setup I had on this. So I would say as the axle was moving, it was kind of working. But it was just a test thing. And I think the cart I put it on used a starter off a V8 Chevy motor, and it only lasted a couple of blocks. So I never used it again. I knew it wasn't going to last. But now, after this long story, this, one of these axle shafts, is going to be our jack shaft. As I said before, these are not the pillow block bearings we're using, but we can use these for demonstration purposes and show you how the setup is. But basically, this is how our jack shaft will be set up. We'll be running through 2 of these pillow block bearings. We have a keyway that we'll have a key in, and then we'll have a gear slid onto that keyway on the end here. And then, of course, maybe a washer, and then our lock ring. And we can even use a collar or set them out if we need to. Simple washer, whatever. We'll see what the clearance situation is, but main thing is we'll make sure we put our outer sprocket where it needs to be with the keyway. With the keyway and the lock ring. And once we get it all set up on the bike, Then we'll whack off the excess and just leave a 3/8 or a 1/2 inch snub here. And we really shouldn't need to put any type of keeper or attachment on that, because we've got the snug up the Allen screws on each bearing here. That should lock our jack shaft in place nicely. So for a jack shaft, mainly you need a shaft, 2 pillow blocks to support it, gear, whatever gear matches your chain and diameter you need, a keyway. This could probably just float on here, but I'm going to put the keyway in there anyways, I believe, to make sure that it spins the bearings and doesn't spin on a bearing. That's our homemade jack shaft for our Moto.